Welcome to Distilled the Bourbon Podcast. I'm Brent. I'm here with my co-hosts, Brian, Chuck, and Aaron. Fellas, good to be back in the turret.
Fantastic.
Today, it's the Big Ten Challenge. We've got 6 10-year-olds. We're going to try them out. We're going to see which one we like the best. Aaron, you're looking at them. Which one do you think is going to be on the top?
Just from what I've tasted recently and since I've had them all, that Old Forester 1924 is so good. It's 100 proof. Now it's a little pricey. Not everybody's going to be able to get their hands on it. I think it's close to $150 a bottle, but I will be very surprised if something beats the Old Forester 1924.
Really? I thought you were going to say Russell. Chuck, what do you think we might not rank as high?
I'm just going to be provocative and say that the Rip Van Winkle will not be the favorite one out here.
I think that's probably a good choice. And every time I've tried to blind it, it falls toward the bottom. Maybe not the bottom every time. Can you get all of these, Brian?
No, you can't. I mean, the Pappy, obviously, you're not going to be able to get. The 1924 is allocated. Eagle Rares become hard to get. McKenna's hard to get. Calumet, you can find it at some liquor stores. It's one of those craft bourbons, so it's not at every liquor store. But as far as the value and availability, Russell's 10 years is the one. Russell 10 years is the one that is the best value that's available at virtually any liquor store.
It's popular. It's delicious.
Terrific whiskey.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
All right. Well, let's hit it, fellas. Let's try number one.
And by the way, we're not drinking in this order. We don't know. This is blind to us.
We have no idea which one we're drinking. We're going to try to pick them out as we go. Anything on the nose on that first one?
Oh, man.
Just straight typical bourbon notes, vanilla, and
yeah, it's not doing anything. Does nothing for me.
There's a little licorice on this. Like cotton candy almost.
you get a little burn.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
It's a little burn. Let's say it's almost a sour to me. Maybe it's what I had for lunch.
No, that one burns all the way down.
I just read articles, interviews, one with a master distiller at Michter's, as it happens, and a master blender at Nearest Green, Uncle Nearest down in Tennessee, and both of them say that they prefer to do their tasting first thing in the morning. I think they both said they do it before they've eaten anything. They feel like they're going to have the purest mouth. Okay, number one. I think something's going to beat this one.
I think
Yeah.
something is.
I agree. I'm going to keep it a little bit just to go back to it, let my palate open up, and just get another taste of it, before I condone that one.
Does anybody have a prediction on what they think it might be?
It's too dark to be the Calumet. Could they start us off with
Rip?
Van Winkle?
Man, that's just all pepper to me.
It's awfully warm.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like a wheated bourbon to me. I'm going to say either Old Forester 1924 is what I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
Might be.
Peppery, like my buddy Carter would say. All right, let's move on to number two.
Oh, that smells like a wheat.
I don't know, fellas. My taste buds might be off today.
That could be wheated. It's very smooth.
They're all going to be pretty close to each other because of the proof. They're all 10 years. The only thing that's going to be different is their yeast strain and where they're at in the rick house. And yeah, this one is kind of smooth.
Yeah, one or two couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
Yeah, two is
That
That might be Calumet.
I think it's too dark for Calumet.
I'm thinking it's
Calumet
Eagle.
looks so light.
You
I'm thinking it's Eagle Rare.
It's
I
close.
was about to say rare.
That was my next. I've drank a lot of Eagle Rare.
Of course, I'd be completely wrong on all 6 of them.
I don't know, Bernheim, maybe. Let's see, number three. If you watch this show or listen to this show for the last 4 years, you get that Bernheim joke.
Oh, this one's grassy.
Yep, I see that. Now that you say it.
Yeah, I taste that. It's a little green, but I like it better than the first two.
I get a lot of earthy notes from it, but
I don't like it better than number 2, but I do like it better than number 1.
Okay, this is going to be awful. I kind of get earthy notes on the taste. Maybe it's the wood. I don't know. You think 10 years is enough to get wood?
You could get wood. Depending on the mash bill.
Then where they age it, if it's up top, of course, is going to get a lot more wood than down low.
So far, that'd be the one I most want to use in a cocktail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bold, robust. Yeah.
I'm moving on.
On number 4.
Man, they all
The
are
nose.
really close. This one has something crazy.
That's more my palate right there.
Caramel.
There's a citrus quality. Like blood orange almost.
Doesn't the Russells have that orange citrusy vibe going on from the yeast strains?
Oh, buddy. That's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
I think
By
that's
far, that's
I think
the
that's
best
the Russell.
so far.
I hope it's not the Russell, just because I say I enjoy Russell, but
You don't enjoy that one?
it's okay. I still think number 2 is my go-to, though.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go back and try it.
No better time than the present. Oh, the nose on number 2. I just can't.
I
get
know you
behind
like
it.
McKenna. Do you think number 2 is McKenna?
Mm-hmm.
It could be. I mean,
Could be. Yeah.
I think it's either McKenna or Eagle Rare, number 2.
Yeah.
Number 4 is my winner so far.
Mine.
Did you say number 4 is your winner as well, Chuck? And
favorite?
and Brent?
Fave so far.
Yeah. So for sure 4.
Number 5.
And number 4 would probably be Cooper's Craft.
He snuck that one in on us.
I don't know. My wife was the one that gave them to us, and so
She did
last
have
time she
access
did
to
this,
my full
Blanton's
bar.
was in my top 5. So
You know, I think Pappy's the only weeded bourbon we have up here, right?
yeah.
And there's nothing thus far that's standing out as a weeded product. We still got one more to go, so we'll see.
I'm not.
What do you think about 5?
It's just standard.
Is it weak to you?
No.
I think it's. I wonder if 5 is
That's-
Calumet.
That's probably good.
I think it's good.
There's not any of these that I wouldn't drink.
No.
I don't know about number 1.
I would
I'm not a big fan of number
I would
1.
not reach for the Van Winkle voluntarily, just because
Is that because
I know I
overpaid for
I
it?
don't like it, and I way overpaid for it.
You're still mad at it?
I am. I gave that bottle away. I donated that
To
bottle.
Thrive, yeah.
Yeah.
We were here for that. I know
Yeah.
Chuck was at least. And,
I think 5's kind of nice.
yeah, 5's not bad. It just doesn't have. It's a typical bourbon notes for me.
While we're tasting these, let's ask you, what do you like of these? What's your go-to here? I know you have some of these on your bar. Send us a message, drop it in the comment on Facebook or something. Let us know what you prefer, and try this yourself.
Yeah, don't take our word for it. Everybody has a different palate, so I guarantee you our 6 are going to be different in some fashion. Brian's always wrong. So
Okay, what do we think about 6? Is that a little
Something weird about it.
ethanol on that one? A little ethanol.
I hope it's not methanol.
me either.
Well, I can't see you, Chuck. What? I don't know. I don't have a clue. But I know I like tasting all of them. Do we all agree number 4 was the best?
I think 2 for me is the best.
You're going to hang out with number
Hang
2.
out with number
I'm
2.
going back. I'm going to try to guess them.
I'm going to try one more time.
Oh, number one's got a different nose now.
I will say these have been open to the air for a couple of hours now.
I'm going to say number one is Rip Van Winkle. It's just hot.
Yeah. I don't care for it, whatever it is.
I don't like it.
Number two just has kind of a flat taste to me. It just seems like it just stays on the palate. And I'm gonna go back to 4 and 5.
You retry number 2.
Number 2 seems like a weeded bourbon.
Well,
It's
I
Try
got
number
that
3
bur-
again.
it's got
What do you
that
think
bitter.
about 3? I think 3. Did I say 3 was McKenna?
Yeah, 2.
I think 2 is McKenna.
2 is McKenna?
Yeah.
2 is McKenna.
Well, you would know. You've had enough of it to drink.
Yeah, it's.
I like 3.
Let me try number 3.
Number 3 is my
Oh.
cocktail mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably go 4-3-2 in my preference here.
I can see that. My preference. That's your winner. 4. 4 is my favorite all day.
I think we've all said that. Well, you said 2. Okay.
As of now, I'm still at 2.
We got 3 votes for 4 and 1 vote for 2. Do you like number 4?
Let me retry it.
Right now, my favorites in order are 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6. It's okay to be wrong, Chuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care for number 4. I really don't. It's not even in my top 3.
Okay.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
what happens when we go on a barrel pick, too. Every time. And then his thing is, well, I'm buying the barrel, so we're going to take what I like. I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
All right, I have the results here, so I'm not sure I want to go any farther with this episode, but I guess we will. Our first drink, which none of us, I think, really cared for, was McKenna, which is kind of my go-to in this bottle lineup here.
So that was our first glass.
Our first glass was McKenna.
Henry
This is
McKenna.
why I
I'm
love
surprised by
blondes.
that.
Yeah.
I love them.
Our second bourbon, which is your favorite. Now, which one did you say you don't want to win? Did you say
I
you
didn't
don't?
say Aaron said that. I said as far as the value
you
and
say something
availability
about
was,
Russell Reserve?
Yes, value and availability was Russell's,
Well, number 2 is Russell Reserve.
That was my number 2.
It placed pretty high.
which means I'm a cheap date.
Well, that's what Justina says. Number 3, Old Forester,
Wow.
which I've never really listed as
Wow.
one of my favorites before. I'll be honest
I'm
with you.
surprised by that.
Chuck said you were going to use it in a cocktail.
That's going to be an expensive.
I was gonna say, it's gonna be
Yeah,
a
for
cocktail, buddy.
$150 or whatever it
It's
is.
going to be yummy. It's gonna be good.
Guys,
Okay.
number 4.
Yeah.
We all said we liked it except for Brian.
Pappy Van Winkle.
Probably Rip Van
Old
Winkle.
Rip Van Winkle.
I have blind Rip Van Winkle 100 times, and it's always last.
Always last.
Always. I never
I'm
pick
the
it.
same way. I've never picked Van Winkle as something that I like.
And
till today.
I predicted Rip would be our least favorite, and it was my favorite.
I don't know that, man. That is just maybe it's a good bottle. I don't know. It's a good pour.
Number 5 was Calumet, which makes sense. I didn't care for it. It's kind of
Yeah.
weak. It's not much there. And the last one is Eagle Rare, which usually I like. Eagle
That was
Rare.
it as my third, second
That
time.
was
whatever.
my second Eagle Rare. So
Okay, let's try number 4 again.
I
just don't
I
believe
still
it.
agree. Like it's the best of the lineup. As much as I hate to say it, because I will be the first one you come to the bar, and I'll tell you, of all of those on the top shelf, stay away from the Van Winkle. But just because to me it's overrated.
well, you know what it smells like to
Bitches,
me?
I like it.
An overrated bourbon.
Well, yeah. You know, of all the ones we've had here, I probably wouldn't not ever buy a Calumet again. Just I bought it because it was a 10-year and I wanted to add it into this group. I've never had it before. Well, I didn't have it before we tried this. I I would never buy another Rip Van Winkle. I don't care if we like this the best or not. I'm still going to buy a Russell Reserve, a McKenna all day long, and Eagle Rare. Of the 6 we have here, those are the 3 that I will buy and keep all the time.
Did everybody rate number 6 Eagle Rare in their top 3?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think so.
That was my
yeah.
number 2. Yeah.
That's no surprise whatsoever.
Right.
Very dependable.
With that Calumet, it might be a good cocktail whiskey, though.
I just don't see much there.
Calumet was 5.
It was number 5.
It's got a little
5.
bubblegum character. Like, you could add some citrus, and I think it would be. I think it'd make a. There are certain cocktails that would be okay with.
I get a licorice
Yeah.
smell on the nose.
My biggest surprise is I think I will probably buy a bottle of Calumet to have on the bar, and probably make cocktails. What's the price?
It's
point?
pricey.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, I would say $100.
Oh,
I don't think I'll be putting Calumet on the bar for
I mean,
cocktails.
buy 2
Scratch
Russell
that.
Reserves and
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah. So, Brent, what I'm hearing is since you don't like it, Chuck said he's taking it home.
You can have it, Chuck. I don't care. Well, there you go. We have no idea what we're doing. We've proven that time after time after time. But we do know this. We love to try blinded bourbons.
Absolutely.
It's just one of those things I love to do and love to try to figure out what's going on. We almost never get it right,
We're like
but we
John,
recommend it all the time.
we're like John Calipari. You know, we can get these great bourbons.
And we don't know what to do with them.
And we never make it to the second round.
I can buy the best bourbon on the market, but once they're in the glass, I don't know what the hell to do with them.
Okay, here's the lesson I think that I'd like for our viewers and listeners to take is do this at home.
Yeah.
We did it as kind of a double blind, at least a single blind, but, pour some product, have somebody else, bring it to you in an order that you don't know what it's going to be, and sit around and have fun. Blind tastings are fun.
They are.
And, you can jaw with your friends and, find out who's wrong, right? Usually it's Aaron, but most of the time.
Always.
And like you always say, Chuck, we live up here, right? So you see this pretty bottle of Pappy that's hard to get. You have your friends over, and everybody absolutely loves it. Because it's poured out of that bottle.
Right.
But then you blind it and you're humbled. Well, we weren't today. But normally that's the case.
Well, with that said, please drink responsibly.